at first he was like looking at me like, bitch, the fuck? Like, what the fuck is this bitch doing here? Like, I really caught him off guard.
Voices here, voices in your head. This is Jen and Jeff for men to make it up, make your own.
Hey guys, so I just got kicked out of a park. You guys are so cool, just ruining everybody's time.
No fuck
Get the fuck out of here. So as I was driving back home, I just had a random download come to me. And if you've been following me, you know I've been talking about the plasma apocalypse, which I want to stop calling it that. I want to call it something kinder to the ear, you know? Maybe I'll start calling it the MCO. So one of the things I think that we should be doing to prepare for this, if it is real, I'm not saying it's 100%, I'm just saying if it is, I think that we should start clearing our karma. If we've done something to somebody that, you know, we don't like to think about, because anybody that has done wrong to people, what they like to do, what they tend to do is just like throw it in the back of their mind, try and forget about it, and, you know, act like it never happened. Well, you know, before I began my awakening process of transforming into a new person, I wasn't the best person. I wasn't the best girlfriend. I had a relationship when I was a little younger that I was just a total bitch to this person. He loved me, he treated me right, and I was just young and dumb, and I don't know, I just wasn't the best girlfriend to him. I didn't love him. I should have never been with him. I should have just been more mature enough to be like, okay, you know what? I don't think this is gonna work. We shouldn't be together anymore. Instead, what I did is, you know, try and push him away as much as possible, so he broke up with me. So, you know, that's something I'm not proud of. That's something I'm not proud of, and I think about it often. So I think the right thing for me to do is to reach out to this person and just literally just genuinely tell him that I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That isn't the type of person I want you remembering me as. What I did was fucked up. I just want to say I'm sorry. Like, I'm not expecting you to forgive me, but I need to get it off my conscience. And I think that is true for everybody right now. If you want to say sorry to somebody, just do it, and don't get mad at them if they don't accept your apology, because they don't owe you anything. Nobody owes you a thing. You only owe it to yourself to do it. So that's what I'm about to go do. And I think I got thrown out of that park for a reason, because the person lives like kind of close by, and that's kind of why I thought about it. So I'm about to do some fucking psycho shit and just see if he's home and be like a fucking Jehovah's Witness. Do you have hello sir, do you have a moment to talk about my apology? So yeah, I'm gonna go do that. And I recommend everybody else do that. Don't be like so extra like me. I mean, maybe just text the person to get it off your consciousness. But I don't know, I feel like a face-to-face would be so much more genuine than anything I could ever say via a text message or a phone call. Okay, all right. I'll let you know how it goes. Okay, so I'm back home now, and I want to explain what happened a little more professionally, because as soon as I left his house, I recorded like what happened as I was driving. Oh my god, I'm just leaving now. That went so good. Yo, it went so good. And as you can see, it wasn't really like, you know, professional. Like, my car is really loud and whatever. So it went so good. All right, I'm not gonna lie. As soon as I shut off the camera and like drove up to his house, as I was driving, I started second guessing myself. I'm like, oh, if I don't see him like outside, like I don't want to knock on his door. And I was like talking myself out of it almost. But lo and behold, he was literally outside working on his car, like right by the road. So like it was just like perfect. And I honestly feel like this whole experience was like divinely orchestrated. Even just thinking back to me getting kicked out of the park I was at.
No fun allowed.
I was all pissed about it. I'm like, what? Fuck these fucking policemen. Like, it's ridiculous. But I honestly think that happened for a reason, because as I was driving home, I had this idea to do it, and I don't know, it just couldn't have worked out perfectly. So I drove up, he saw me, and at first he was like looking at me like, bitch, the fuck? Like, what the fuck is this bitch doing here? Like, I really caught him off guard. And, you know, I pulled up. I didn't get out of my car at first. I just rolled down my window and I was like, hey, can I talk to you for a minute? And he's like, yeah, sure. And I was like, oh, fuck, like, this is really happening. Oh, my God. I was so nervous. As soon as I got out of the car, like, my voice was, like, trembling. I could barely speak. And I was like, hi, you know, I just got kicked out of a park, like, really awkward at first, but I was like, hey, so I was just driving by your house, and I really just wanted to stop by to apologize to you, like, and I just laid it all out. I was like, I was not a good girlfriend, I was a piece of shit, I was on drugs, because I was on opiate pain medication at the time. And I just want to apologize for being such a shit girlfriend to you. You didn't deserve it. You're a great man. And yeah, I'm just sorry. And I was like, I don't expect you to, like, you know, forgive me. I was just like, I told him, I'm like, the older I get, the more I realize what a horrible person I was. And I don't feel good with myself. And I just wanted to get it off my chest. And he was really cool about it. Like, he was really cool about it. And I was just so surprised because, you know, how it ended, it didn't end good. He hated my guts. He didn't, whatever, I don't want to get into that. But, so he was really cool about it. And he was like, he's like, yeah, thank you. He kind of agreed with me first. He's like, yeah, you were a piece of shit. And, you know, yeah, I deserve that, you know. And he's like, oh, yeah, thank you for doing that, pretty much. And then he was like, so how have you been? And I was like, woo, do you really want to know how I've been? I am not the same Courtney you remember. I'm way crazier, but in a good way. So I just started telling him, like, what I've been doing. I'm an astrologer now. I quit my job as an addiction counselor to do this. I have a YouTube channel, this and that. I believe in a bunch of weird shit. And yeah, we just started talking, catching up. We started talking about the election and how crazy it is, everything that's going on. And yeah, I'm so glad I did that. I'm so glad I did that. And I was literally about to not do it. If he wasn't outside, I was gonna chicken out and I wasn't gonna knock on his door because I was like, no, Courtney, this is fucking crazy. But I think there's a lot to say about when you have a feeling to do something and you want to do something, don't talk yourself out of it. Don't talk yourself out of it because, you know, we have these feelings for a reason, and it's like our soul speaking to us. It's our inner being, our soul, and we let our mind get in the way of what we need to do in this life. And I just feel like a big weight is lifted off my shoulder now. And I'm just so happy I did that. And, you know, it didn't even end weird. We talked for like 15 minutes and then, you know, I just said, all right, like, I don't want to, you know, intrude on your space or time. Thank you so much for hearing me out. Like, it means the world to me. And just to clarify, this wasn't a plea to get back together. I just wanted to apologize for my actions. I just wasn't a good person to this person, and he was a very great guy. Like, he has his own house, he's a foreman at his job, he, you know, bought me gifts, he's very responsible. He was like literally the perfect guy. And I was thinking on the ride home, I'm like, okay, but why was I such not into it at all? Like, why wasn't I in love with him? Why didn't I feel like this relationship was fulfilling? And my analytical Aquarius, Moon, Venus brain was trying to analyze it.
Why are you the way that you are? Honestly.
Started thinking about my birth chart, my coding. And I feel like why I didn't appreciate the good man that I had is because he was too good. He was too good. And my soul needed to be with somebody that wasn't good. Because I have my Pluto square Venus in the 12th house. And my Plutonian influence needed in this life to be with somebody that wasn't really a good soul in order to change and transform them. And to maybe, like, you know, have them have a rude wake-up call. Have somebody that isn't a good person fall in love with me, treat me poorly, and then, you know, years down the road, they feel bad about it. Just like I felt bad about it with my ex. So I feel like the coding to me really just made me not comfortable with a good man. And believe me, once I ended the relationship, well, he ended it with me, you know. Once me and this person broke up, I got in a relationship with somebody that was 20 times worse to me than I was to that good guy. So I got my karma. First of all, your karma will always come to you, always. But, you know, I needed that for myself, but also that person needed that from me because I drew out the worst in him. He treated me poorly, so fucking bad, abusive, whatever. And, you know, I exposed him for it because that's what Pluto squaring personal planets like your moon and Venus will do, especially in the houses 12th and 8th. I feel like the Pluto Scorpio generation, we're not happy with good guys, and that's why it's such a popular saying, good guys finish last. Because I don't know, it's like...
Why are you the way that you are? Honestly.
I'm just speaking from myself, okay? But when I was with that perfect guy, I didn't feel fulfilled. I wasn't fulfilled. I felt, I don't know, like a void almost. I felt like there was a void within my life. And I wanted to stir something up. I don't know. Honestly, if you are thinking about ever apologizing to someone, or if you feel bad about the way you acted to somebody, I think the best thing to do is to just apologize. Just apologize, swallow your pride, and apologize. Like, the world needs that.